Alrighty, I'm back. We're gonna grind some more rapid today. Hopefully can recover some rating, but not feeling optimistic about it. We'll see. Played a lot of poker today, as usual. That went pretty well. Hopefully chess will go. Alright. Out here. We just jump right in. Why not? Who needs puzzles? Who needs training? Who needs any of that stuff? A pairing would be nice, though. Help. Bum, bum, bum. I don't get a pairing. Yeah, I'm tired all of a sudden. Streaming always makes me tired. I don't know what it is. Alright. The game will wake me up, really. I always get white. Streamer privilege. Let's just not. This guy has 1200 bullet rating, and, you know, provisional and whatnot. I don't know. I just hate having to wonder what I hate. I gotta wait 5 more minutes to air it, though. Bit of a trade-off. I got the, like, guard thing on the mic. I've never used it before. But, I mean, it looks like the levels are good. How's it going, Chilato? It seemed like the audio needs some cleaning up, like previous streams, so I'm hoping the guard will just, like, magically... Yay, I know a lot about the Catalan. Such a smart Catalan guy. Alright, I agree with Castling. Hello, Ethan. How are you? How's it going, Cheesy Gazebo? That's pretty, yeah, that's pretty American of you. For a non-American, especially. I mean, you are an American. Technically. Here? You wear it ironically, yeah. That kind of thing. Let's see. He'll take with the knight. I don't like rook d1. We'll go here. Then I'll take that pawn later. Rook d1 kind of feels right. I wear this shirt semi-ironically. It's like half irony. Yeah, I just figured after this, like, I'm gonna take that pawn because it's attacked a billion times. What I figured. Hopefully my figure-in was correct. That's true. Don't mess with Texas. Who originated that? I've never seen that one before. That's fresh pasta to me, but it's probably not actually fresh. Because I don't think mole chess has happened recently. Not that I was aware of. Of course, then again, I often don't play mole chess, so maybe I just don't get invited anymore. You love my channel? Thank you. You've only been here for like 10 minutes, too. How's it going, Ona's Cube? How's it going, Where's the Fish? Hopefully my position's good. I think it's good. Because, like, I'm gonna take this pawn. So, I got that going for me. Haven't played mole chess in a long time. Yeah, me neither. I kind of, like... I enjoy it, but I just enjoy it in very small doses. Like, I think it just, you know, it kind of... It's one of those things where if you play it constantly, it loses replayability pretty quickly, I think. But it's a fun game. It's a great concept. I'm streaming on both. Ethan. Take what back? That I like mole chess, but in small doses? No, I won't take it back. Mole chess is like... It's like you're on teams, and one player on your team is actually trying to make you lose, and you have to try to figure out who it is. Alright, that looks legal. I have so many ways I could take the pawn. Let me count the ways. All the ways look good. I don't really see any difference in a lot of the way. Oh, okay, I gotta keep this. That's his big idea. I gotta keep that defense. Okay, I can do that. I'll keep it tight. See a cheesy gazebo. I have been feeling better. I'm sick, like cold or COVID or something. But like I'm feeling better, you know, real stuff wise. Not that COVID isn't real. That's not what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I figured I could play F3 or like bishop D3 or something. Can't be that big of a deal. Yeah, F3 looks fine. Bishop's a little weird, but only a little. Play bishop F3. Why am I don't want bad pawns. Why should I have bad pawns? Never play F3, too late. Is your camera reflected or was it just moved? Neither. The camera is how it's always been. So I'm confused. I'm confused by the question. Yeah, exactly, Gelato. That's me. Alright, I probably should develop my pieces. He's gonna play F5. That's what he's gonna do. That kind of a guy. Oh wait, F5's not legal, so never mind. He won't do that. If F5 were legal, though, he would probably do. What about D? 5 C5, I guess. Alright, we'll put the thing here. That looks like where the thing should be. That's part of my f3 theory, is that f3's fine if your bishop's on this diagonal. That's my theory. Looks like a different part of the room is my... No, this is the same background I've had for like 4 years. So I don't even know what you're talking about. You're losing your mind. All right, let's tuck the guy in. F4 is better than F3, but I had like, you know, I had to. Actually, I don't know. I could have just played F4, I guess. Play F4 now. I'd teach him something. I guess he'd just take it though. Thanks for following whomever you are, by the way. Well, now what happened? It was the same notification I get. Sometimes I get notifications twice. Why don't we just tuck our king in? Just tuck him in. Nice and cozy. How's it going, Jingo? So, I don't have a new mic, but I am using the little, like, guard thing, whatever this thing's called. I've never used it before. But also I've had like a bit of a cold. So, yeah, spit guard or something. So I don't know if my voice sounds different because of that, or if it sounds different because I'm like a little bit hoarse, or does it sound good? Or does it sound bad? Oh, okay. Okay, so probably just the cold. I got it. Backs it on up. Well, I didn't really like my queen there anyway, if I'm being honest. So I'm not too perturbed. I guess he's got c4 for his pieces. I can play b. What's the big deal? What is the big deal, I ask? Doesn't sound different? It's a little different. All right, I could play f4 now. That probably is the... That feels the most correct. Wait, he could... Yeah, he could take. Interesting. It's so interesting I have to do it. How's it going, Cormac? I didn't say that it cannot be enjoyed in large doses. I said that I do not enjoy it in large doses. That's a pretty substantial difference. All right, I thought he might... Oh, I don't have that much time. I guess I should just... Stop talking so much. But, I mean, I thought he might take this, and then I was going to take that, and then I thought Chaos would reign. Maybe he saw that and didn't like it, because I kind of liked it for me. Yeah, but you took it further. Nice one, Jingo. Donowald? What? Alright, E4 feels like the right. Yeah, I like E4, because my pawn's not doing nothing. My pawn should do something. Then my knight can come in. Ah, my knight gets to come in. Or I should maybe queen. Things hanging. All right, I'll take with the bishop. That's fine. All right, I don't know what is. I don't know what the guy's doing. Something, no doubt. I don't know what to do, though. Oh, here, I guess? I guess here? I don't know. I don't think I care about this check. But maybe I should, I don't know. How do people keep playing new games? You click the new game button. Thank you for your question. Oh yeah, this is annoying. Ain't good. I guess I'm dead. How do I not? I think I'm just dead. Hello, Panthex. No, you got to keep playing, Cormac. Why isn't he beating me yet? I'm doing bad because I'm losing. What? Okay. But how do I stop it? I don't know. Um, guess we really need that guy. Queen F3 was just like mate. Like, I really don't know how I don't get mated after Queen F. Yeah, I mean, now maybe I have some tricks. I don't know what the tricks are, but I could have them. Oh yeah, my queen. Yeah, I knew that. That was pretty. This like almost is okay. I guess it is okay. Magically, I calculated the whole thing. When I say okay, I mean like material. I don't mean like position. Position, it's awful. But considering he had like mate in 4, he didn't play it. Position is okay. I mean, I get. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was the best move. Oh, there? I think he should have stayed on this diagonal. I don't know what that move does. Still winning though. Yeah. Wait, did I screw something up there? Probably. But it didn't matter. I think I missed a skewer. Hi. Here? Oh wait, no, because he can block with the bishop. I didn't miss nothing, okay. I mean, I missed it, but... I mean, actually, this is just winning, probably, because I don't... What can he do here? Other than what he did? King e7, maybe? Nah, but King e7, I'm just gonna go like here, here, or something. Should be winning. Let's see what computer says. Yeah, it's winning. Yeah, he should play King e7. But yeah. Oh, I blundered and was losing on more than one occasion, too. Did you guys notice that? You are so good. Nah, I'm not. Because look, I lost a few times. Oh yeah, like here I knew I was lost. Yeah, Queen F3, like I just made it. Like I have no defense. Like he's threatening everything. I kind of can't believe he didn't see that. How's it going, Camel? I was not dead for most of the game. I was dead here. That was it. Then there was one other moment I was dead. Like literally one other move I was dead. Otherwise I was either winning or equal. So the opening went great for me, which seems to always happen in the Catalan. Even though I know nothing, I get great positions. I hung a rook. That explains why I was losing at one moment. Bishop B1. Exclam. I like it. That's my kind of barbaric move. Hey, D5 was good. I thought about D5. I just thought he'd play C5. I was like, what's the problem? Computer's just happy, though. I mean, yeah, I got a protected pass. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is pretty good. Because I move my bishop, I move this bishop somewhere, I play E4, and then, like, my pawns are amazing. King H1 was smart. It doesn't like F4, okay. Queen G6 doesn't feel like the most natural one. I don't really get it. E4 was smart. Yeah, Bishop G2 makes sense. Bishop G2 makes a lot of sense. I think I was just like, I wanted to have this or this something later. But Bishop G2 defends my king, which is probably smart. Okay, yeah, now I'm lost because of this. But he didn't find Queen F3 somehow. Why Bishop B1? Because it wants to do dumb checkmating stuff. So it wants to go then here and then checkmate. Basically that. Obviously, it's not actually checkmate, and obviously black won't let that happen, but that will force black to make some weakening move over here. I still wouldn't, like, it still feels... I wouldn't have guessed that that would be enough of a reason to do that, but... Okay, so now I'm lost if he finds Queen F3, but he didn't. C4 is the only move that stays in the game because I have to fight back on this diagonal. But luckily I found that. Yeah, and then this was getting spicy. I totally missed bishop takes rook was like tactically viable. Whoa, it says I should just take it. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, obviously I should do that. I get it. I don't know why I didn't do that. I just didn't see it was legal. Bishop d5 instead of queen g4. That says queen g4 is best. Well, bishop d5. I mean, I would take with the knight, and then his queen's hanging. So he, like, can't take back, right? Am I missing something? I just take it. Then his queen's hanging. But it's not a trade, it's me taking a piece. Right? Oh, I see. Maybe. I don't know. Let's ask the computer. It says you lose, and then it laughs at you. Oh, because take, and then the queen's hanging. So you have to, like, move your king. That's a better refutation. So you did hang a piece, just not in the way that I knew. How's it going, Josh? Brooklyn, he says. Did he redeem something? I can't see channel point redeem. Not within my purview. How's it going, Chess Bunzo? I don't know, Oniscu. Twitch decided to add that. Twitch likes to do things that, you know, encourage simping, because that gets Twitch more money. So even if it doesn't, like, improve, you know, the experience at all, they still do it because they like money. They care more about money than your experience. All right, so where were we? Yeah, I was winning in this in-game for most of it, despite Vindictive's objections. Oh, I thought Bishop D3 was good. But it says nope. Not good. Yeah, and I thought he would play check. I was just gonna play King G3. It says King G3 draw, King F3 winning. On account of reason. I get it. We care more about this pawn than this pawn. And King F3 defends this pawn. Because after King F3, if he takes the pawn, then we have check, and then we take the rook. I need like some tea or something. Okay. Maybe he saw that, and that's why he didn't do that. Man, am I gonna have to like not stream because my throat's really scratchy? It doesn't even hurt, it's just scratchy. Maybe I do need to make tea. Okay, I'm still winning. Well, because he didn't do that other line. Yeah, and then he let my king get up. That was good. I guess at some point I hung a rook is what I heard. But yeah, in-game was good for the most part. I should just take the pawn. That's what I did. A genius. Yeah, but then I let him take my pawn. That was stupid. I just like missed that it was hanging. Oh, he had bishop takes rook. It's weird, I saw that later. Pardon me. Yeah, later I saw that. Like, later in the game, I was thinking about playing rook g8. Go after his pawn, and I was like, no, that hangs your rook. Okay, but somehow... nobody saw anything. And then this is a draw. Not too hard to believe. But white has good winning chances. And then here, I saw bishop c6 was legal. I was just nervous about pitting my bishop. But we like the bishop there because it controls the queening square. Yeah, I didn't like rook e2 after I played it. Now it says I need to play rook e2. Rook e2 forces him into a reckoning. So after rook e2, it suggests king d6 and then rook g2, and now he can't. So rook e2, his king, like if he's going to use the king to defend the pawn, then he's going to have to move away from the action over here, which I guess is the point. That's kind of a nicety. And then I guess if he goes over here, then we play like king or rook c2. Do it on that side of the board. Oh, okay, or that. But I mean, okay, we're just. Thanks for following. Welcome to the stream, Beast. Well, it's not a draw here. It's winning for white. Now it says draw. Ah, but he should sack his bishop. Yeah, I mean, that's not too hard to believe that that's a draw, but it is not the kind of thing that people like doing. How's it going, bouncing? Yeah, and he still has to sack. This is his last moment. Now he's losing again. But he still should sack his bishop. I like it. Oh, rook d6 is good. Rook d6 just wins like immediately. Rook d6, rook a7, trade everything, and then queen. That's pretty easy. How sack bishop is draw? Well, I'm not saying that I would draw it with either color. But how do you propose to win with white? Because you got a couple problems. One is you only have one pawn. So I guess your problems are these. If the pawns get traded, you don't have enough material to win. Well, bishop and rook versus rook is notoriously difficult, and I don't know anything about it other than that it's difficult. But basically, you're not really going to win unless you queen this pawn. And if black can trade these rooks, then it's an immediate draw. Because this pawn and this bishop are not enough to win. It's the wrong colored rook pawn. So the bishop needs to control this square when it's a rook pawn in order for you to win. Unless the king can't get back, but the black king can get back. So basically, if black can just trade this stuff, then it's an immediate draw. And black doesn't have to trade that stuff to draw, because if it's not a draw, then white's gonna have to queen the pawn somehow. But I don't see how that's ever gonna happen. I saw nothing between Magnus and Alireza. Yeah, but I think even if white's king were somewhere else, like it probably, like, I mean, that makes it easier for black to draw. I mean, I think white can get his king out. Well, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, white, yeah, white should be able to get the king out. Like, white can just do like this or something. I mean, there's a lot of game left to play, but it would take something kind of disastrous for, you know. I'm not saying it'd be easy. Any book or course suggestion for player below 2000 elo? No, you should play a lot of chess. Okay, so yeah, and then for some reason now, I guess just because these pawns are gonna fall in this bishop sack line, like now it's winning. Go figure. And yeah, this would have been the clinical way to win. I would have just done it like this. And you just clean. But I didn't see that. I was like, give me that pawn. Also winning. And then this was kind of nice at the end. Yeah, he really needs to get his king up. But it's too late now. And then this was a nice tactical finish. Not too difficult. But yeah, basically the story of the endgame was look at the kings. Like, where does the endgame start? Like here? All right, now look at my king and watch his king. My king, good. All right, now he starts moving his king. Not too far though. And then he was like, that's too far. I gotta move my king back. Somehow king back to the back row. So I win. All right, I'm gonna make some tea because I can't stop coughing. Is Jingo? Okay, we'll just watch Lichess TV for you guys while I make some tea, and then I'll play more games. I didn't even, but the skewer was too cool. Trying to do. And one more button to. I like this guy's flair with the X-Glam. Pretty cool. All right, I'll be right back. All right. In-game fluctuated between draw and win, completely unaware of drawing. Yeah, that'll happen. I see no point in playing Bullet if you were low rated. What about fun? All right, I got some tea. Click that. All right. Sorry to interrupt the Bullet game. Who messaged me? Oh, it's Ethan. Hi, Ethan. Playing another Russian name. Rapid Purist. You love to see it. In Bullet, one time the opponent keep making random fast move and just one on time, it is like cheating. No, that's just Bullet, man. That's viable Bullet strategy. If you don't like that, you don't like Bullet. Bishop E2, ridiculous. Probably it'll transpose into something. Pretty tempted to play E5 though. That would seem to punish his opening choice. I guess we'll do that. It's a Marazzi bind reversed. No, that hangs a pawn. Don't. I guess here's fine. Thanks for following Chesnu. Doot. Knight d4 doesn't? I guess it didn't. What can you do, though? Notice that bishops are attacked? I think not. Seems like a pretty good position. HODL CL coins. If such a thing existed, then yeah, you should. You gonna take my knight, bro? Want the d5 square that badly? Just a square. All it is. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I'm not hating. Oh yeah, my queen's attacked too. I did sort of forget that my queen was attacked also. Did sort of forget. All right, you don't want bishop, you don't get bishop. Five check. I didn't see it was legal. Could have been good. Probably was good. Yeah, probably that's right. Oop. Okay, so there was a small flaw with my plan, which was that he could just take the pawn. I can't take the knight because then he gets me. I mean, I could take with the rook, but I just go. Still, f5 might have been premature. Might have been. Beat a floored 1800 who was destroying you until they blundered and resigned. Yeah, you gotta beat up on the floored people. It's a cornucopia of Ela. That's my specialty, is beating up on floored people. Alright, I thought he should have taken, so I'm gonna not let him do that anymore. Now I have the space, as they say. What is floored? Yeah, in USCF, if you cannot lose more than a certain amount of rating off of your rating peak. All right, homie can't decide where he wants his bishop. The King's Indian player in me says G5. And I don't want to argue with him. You don't lose 200 elo just like that. It happens over time. Never play F3. F3C. All right, that's sleep. Oh, my rook was... I didn't know my rook was attacked. Just, like, didn't notice. It was an exchange sacrifice. Sort of. I literally just didn't see my rook was attacked. I'm good at chess. And it was on its starting square, too. Like, it's obviously attacked. Oh, that was funny. Chess is brutal and ruthless. Still, people enjoy it somehow. Yeah, I guess that's all true. I don't know. I'm just here making moves, man. Although the answer is probably no. Time to get the compensation. Good compensation for a rook. No, it's not too high level for you, Night Knight. Too high level for me. Alright, I should have done this last. but due to my idiocy, I did not. He could have played queen. That probably would have saved the knight. No, I agree. If I get the knight, I like my position. I completely agree. Get no argument from me. I guess I'll just go ahead and take it. I don't know. I mean, I like my bishop here. Like, he could have made my bishop move. I guess I'll just go ahead and take it. And yeah, I think this is... looks good for black. TBQH. Yeah, you're not doing that, buddy. I'm not letting that happen. Not on my watch. This thing looks like it should go here. Nah, because knight e3, I mean, he could even sack the exchange. I think that's totally reasonable, but this pawn needs to stay where it is so that his bishop sucks. Yeah, that's not where you want your king. That ain't it, chief. How's it going, Mquander? It does feel like a nice position. My pawn! Woe unto me. That was seems tough for him. One I had not figured. Eh. Oh, I have this. Still probably lost. This guy's got a lot of pawns. Yeah, and he can do that. Also true. I don't know. That helped. A little bit. He found like the one move that loses. All right, what went wrong there? Maybe this was... Maybe I need to like build up a little bit more, but I don't even know. Like, how do I build up more? All I can really do is like put these pieces over here. I mean, he can't really do anything, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should at least play Queen H6 first, so he doesn't have queen takes. That would have been better. Yeah, I should play Queen H6, I think. I'm not gonna play you, Mr. Strong Player. Queen H6. Yeah, queen somewhere, but H6 feels like the right square. Yeah, knight F3 just didn't quite work yet. Yeah, I mean, maybe he shouldn't take. But I don't know, like... Because... I mean, all these moves seemed good, except... I don't know about F3. But if I can't play F3... Like, what do I do? I could try here. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that really does anything. Or maybe here, and then I can try to reroute the knight. That might be right. It's tough. Queen G3 and then F3. But I always have the same problem, don't I? That, like, if my knight leaves and he has this check. E4. Ah, okay. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Mm-hmm. Bishop E4 check. Yeah. Ooh, dicey. I think I'm lost here? I find that hard to believe. How do you propose to beat me with white? Which of your big scary pieces is gonna do stuff to me? Zeros seems more possible to me. Bishop F3? Okay, and then what? I mean, also Bishop F3, I probably just take it. Bishop F3 is probably a blunder. I guess it can't be I guess it can't be a blunder. Bishop F3, I take it, and then like I get Queen E1 check. It feels like something good should happen. Yeah. Man, it says white is winning, and it goes here. I hate it when Vindictive's right. That's... What's wrong with this? Bishop G4 or Bishop F. All good. Well, we can't really do nothing. Yeah, and then he's got more checks and... Alright. I did win. The guy hung mate. That was helpful. So was this indeed the critical moment? Yeah, I figured it out. I should play Queen H6. Based on what happened in the game that I didn't like, I figured out what I should have done instead. Yeah, now it's equal. And for some reason, Queen H7 is better than Queen H6. Oh, because it defends the... And then I can block with my rook on G8? Like... Yeah, because it gives him a tempo to play Bishop D1 here, which actually like holds down the fort, because otherwise F3 would be a big threat. Although, would F3 be such a big threat? Because his queen's defending this. Although if his queen weren't there, then it wouldn't be defending it. Big if true. So that's why Queen H7 better. Queen B7's a funny move. It says that's the only move, and then like white's a little better. That's such a weird, like, who would even think of that move? How could you think of that? I guess threatening, like, I guess rook B6 is the idea. Hitting the bishop, I don't know. Okay, it wants to just keep pressure on the bishop because black wants to go here, I guess is the idea. I don't know. Well, I mean, you could take this pawn, like... I'm not saying that, like, that's an important pawn, but, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Okay, so an interesting game. It wants to play D5 right away. Okay. I mean, that's what the computer wants. Who cares what the computer wants? I kind of like the... I've gotten this a few times where you get sort of like a Marazzi with black. And I generally enjoy the positions. Yeah, I didn't see Queen A5. Obviously, Queen A5 is correct. If I had seen it was legal. I was right that he... Well, okay, it doesn't actually want to take the bishop, but okay, at least I was right to not let him do it now. Yeah, and F4 was premature. Because I missed that I can't take this because of this. F4 was right. G4 a little crazy, but okay. All right to be crazy. Oh yeah, and then I hung my rook because I like didn't notice that it was attacked. That was fun. I forgot that that happened. But then like my position was great and it didn't even matter. Yeah, so to the person who wanted to put the knight here, you don't want this happening. That would be bad. We got some light square problems because we got nothing that can defend on the light squares. Knight's a beast here. Like, if you go here, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't know that white has to take that right away, but I mean, this is gonna be good. Like, yeah, it says just take it right away. Yeah, which makes sense because otherwise black's gonna get this, so. It wants to just push the H-pawn right away. I was kind of like trying to take care of some business first. I thought I could do kingside stuff whenever I wanted. Yeah, and it says go ahead and do this. So what happens here? Similar to the game. Then just F3 right away, or? Oh, we can just take that. Okay, so I got a little too apprehensive. Yeah. All right. I've never been to Quebec. San Francisco's nice, though. Josh doesn't believe Queen B7 would have been played. Maybe not. I think that tea helped my throat. Oh, I still even have a little bit more. What was your statement about flake pawns? Look at this guy playing the Joe Bava against me like I'm nobody. What is that? That's not how you play the Joe Bava. All right, I'll go into his home cooking. All right, it's some stupid gambit. The stupid gambit variant. All right, fine. I don't understand what you're doing, so I'm just gonna let you do it. Somehow I figured he would do that. He seemed like the kind of guy that would play G4. You played against this gambit? Soiled by God. I don't think they say that. I've never heard that. I think you made it up. Doo-doo. Ah, I'm a stupid face. Well, I mean, I'm still doing pretty well. How's it going, GP Bear? Who keeps messaging me? Oh, it's Bunzo. Hi, Bunzo. It's going awful? Nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. Based on my rudimentary calculations. Yeah, earlier I missed that I could take that. That's what I was upset about. Well, I guess I should move. This is the best looking move I can find on short notice. Well, I mean, I guess I just accept my fantastic position. Yeah, it was kind of a silly. All right. Stupid move. I take it? It's a sub or something. I think I can take it. I think I can. Who was it? Eat chips, thank you. Thank you for the sub. Sorry, I got a little time situation here, so I'm gonna try to focus. I won't be too effusive with my thanks. Your turn. Really? Really? This is not good. That's not how you want your king to be. Oh, I didn't see that. Jesus. Man, if I could see how the pieces move, I'd be pretty good. Crush him the whole game and then just like can't see that my rook's hanging. Hard. Unlosable position, and now it's... I don't think G5 was right either. I mean, I think F5 was better, but I think both win, but 5 was kind of... Probably it was more testing for him to run. But easy win. Well, it's because I was so winning when I hung my piece. That's the way I do it, is I'm super winning. And then I hang, and like, it's impossible for anyone to not win with my position because it's so good. But then I hang a piece, and then it's like a game. And if I triple my pawns, I have to, like, calculate. Calculation's not too hard, but... what a travesty of a game that was. I wonder if I was just winning the whole time. Like, even hanging the rook was winning. Yeah, it was. It's still winning. And it's extra stupid because, like, obviously I did this to threaten the knight. But I just, like, it didn't occur to me that, like, just take a knight and be up a knight. And then, yeah, I didn't see that, obviously. Which is clearly better. Is that clearly better? I mean, the computer says it's better, but is it clearly better? I don't know if I actually get why it's better, but okay. Because here he has weaseling out. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't take my pawn. Ridiculous. I did wonder if he could do something like that. But I thought I'd just check. And then take this. What's the problem? I mean, I guess it's just equal. I guess that's the... But this wins some... I mean, the guy's king is getting... I can comprehend that. What's the here? I don't know. I guess if the rook moves, we can take this. Due to other tactical tricks. Oh wait, maybe no, that's not true. What happens if the rook moves? Oh, if the rook moves, then mate's good. I understand now. The mate has to be stopped. Then we take it. All right. Okay, I didn't see that, obviously. Man, that's a nice move. So there's just like nothing he can do about that idea? Because this is the same problem. At least here he can go. Oh, that's so mean. So mean. Stuff. All right, what did Vindictive say? Instead of A4. No, knight C, no. That gets mated. Knight C3, well, it hangs a rook. I take this. And he can't take back because then mate. Right? Yeah. The computer suggests here. I guess I take the rook. I don't know. Okay, it actually doesn't even want to take the rook. Oh, that's so funny. You can go here, and your rook can just hang because this is mate. And then if he takes back, I guess we throw in the rook check. Or, oh yeah, our rook takes rook. Man, computer's so good. Yeah, agreed. It's much better to hang your rook for no reason in a totally winning position. And the thing is, like, when people play these stupid openings, I feel like it's my duty to eviscerate them. Because, like, they need someone to show them, like, how wrong they are to play chess in this way. And like, for the most part, I did. Computer doesn't really like that, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, this is just great for black. Oh, I didn't see queen d5 was legal. But yeah, I mean, queen d5. Yeah, basically, Black just had an amazing game. I thought about this, I just didn't really see why it was so good. I didn't really think about this, but I guess that's gonna be a necessary step. Well, they just need, like, people play this way because it works up until a certain point. this was the maneuver of the game. Knight f6 back to d5. And no eval lost. Very little eval lost. But yeah, people like this need to be brutalized and to spur them to, you know, learn how to play chess like a real opening, you know? Like, they'll never improve if they keep playing this stuff. I mean, like, he's as good as me, so it's, like, ridiculous for me to make that. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can't... Come on. Yeah, white can't do anything, it's true. It didn't like this plan. I'm not too surprised that that plan wasn't so good. Yeah. I thought maybe he would play g5 here. I was having a little trouble figuring out how to actually get my pieces going. I thought about this, like, just double up on this pawn, but I don't know, it felt kind of... I guess I could do it and just force him to, like, make a weakening move over there and then do other stuff. I don't know. They should play something real like the crab, exactly. No, I mean, being, like... I think criticizing your opponent is, like, one of the most pure forms of enjoyment. And, like, he should be streaming and talk about how I'm an idiot for not seeing that this just wins a knight cleanly. Or an exchange. So I'm like, oh, I can win a pawn tactically. I didn't look at any other I didn't look at any moves other than bishop takes. I didn't see that, which wins a bishop. So yeah, basically I played like a dummy. And he should be berating me. And I hope he is in his home. I just get to do it on stream. All right, I think I should probably call it a stream there. How long have we been streaming? 2 hours? Okay, that's not too bad. So I think I have a tentative plan for stream schedule. I think it's going to be a lot of like this time frame, like start around 10 or 11 Central. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. So I've got a poker plan. I'm playing 1,000 hands a day for the next 30 days. And I'm gonna do that in like the afternoon and early evening and then stream after. That's the plan. But then some days, I don't know. Some days when I'm busier, I don't know if that'll work, but yeah, I've got a system now. So in poker, I'm playing 10 cent, 25 cent. I'm gonna win 10 big blinds per 100, which is pretty aggressive, but I think I can do it. I'm gonna play 1,000 hands a day. That's 25 bucks a day for 30 days. That's 750 bucks a month. That's the plan. That's all gonna happen. And then I'm gonna stream chess at nights afterwards. And maybe I'll do some poker hand reviews on stream. Maybe I should do that. Most of you guys won't even like it. You guys should give money if you like the stream, but I'm not gonna solicit. I don't like when people do that. Although that's like 80% of Twitch. So should we look at some poker hands that I played today? Why not? You'd watch poker hand review? All right. Then I'll have at least one viewer. All I need. Okay, let's edit some. And poker update. Okay. Now, make sure that where it should be. There. All right, I think everything should. And then we'll do this scene, I think. Maybe Fate will show up. That would be great. I would really appreciate Fate's input. I've asked Fate poker questions before. Okay, so I played like 3 separate sessions today, which is now showing up as yesterday since it's after midnight. So I had an afternoon session that was like an hour long, another afternoon session that was like an hour long, and then an evening session that was 2 hours long. We'll look at some of the biggest hands from each session. The afternoon session went badly, but I kind of had some bad variants. I'm gonna tell myself anyway. And then the first afternoon session went badly, and then the other 2 sessions went great. Yeah, we'll just look at the biggest hands. Some of them are just like, you know, basic, you know, all in pre-flop, that kind of stuff. So some of them there won't really be that much to look at, but okay. All right, so here's some of the biggest hands from the first session. Actually, it looks like there were only a few big hands, but they kind of went against me. All right, let's see how that looks. Not perfect, but good enough. Okay, so I'm in the, what is that? Low jack? No. High jack. Wait. Low jack. Yeah, I'm in the low jack. Yeah, good starting hand, right? Oh wait, I wanna hide equity. I don't want you guys seeing nothing. Alright, so ace king, that's pretty good. This was on ignition, so the tables are anonymous, so the HUD stats don't, well, I mean, they matter a little bit, but small sample for everybody. Okay, so I opened a 3x. This guy calls, looks like he plays everything. This guy this guy raises, like min raises, like come on. Well, but that wouldn't, but I don't know, I mean, I don't know, that sounds like a lot of work, honestly. Okay, so this guy flats the raise. So it's back to me. I mean, this is like obvious 3-bet central, or I guess technically 4-bet since this guy min 3-bet. So I think I should make it like $5. Maybe you could argue for even more than $5. Yeah, 5 is probably right. 3x this guy plus the cold caller. Yeah, I made it 5. That feels right to me. And then this guy min raises again, or min raises for the first time. And then this guy goes all in. I mean, it's such a weird spot. Like, this guy's uncapped. Like, he could definitely just have aces or kings, but he's taken such a fishy line that, like, I don't think I can fold ace king. This guy did this weird, like flat and then raise. Like, I guess he could be trapping with aces or kings, but given he's, you know, his VPIP's 85, I'm not really gonna give him credit. So I mean, I think it's just you have to shove, you have to call it and see what happens. That guy, I mean, that guy played easily the worst. And yeah, he had, and we didn't get there. Okay, that one seemed pretty standard. Just lost a flip. Okay, and then the next biggest hand of that session, I have jacks in big blind. Looks like this is the same table. Okay, so we have a limper, another limper, another limper. So, yeah, I would normally open to 3x. Or I'm sorry, well, I'm in the big blind. So basically, I would normally make it, if the small blind limps or completes, I guess. I usually would make it 4x, but I'm actually not, maybe I'm supposed to just make it 3x, but okay, I could make it either 3x or 4x plus the limpers. I'm sorry, these aren't limpers. This guy did min raise. That actually is a bit of a difference, although this guy's PFR is 62. So not a huge difference. So I think this is a 3-bet, and again, I think I should probably make it like $3 or something like that. Or 4x this guy's raise. Yeah, like 350. That's what I made it. Okay, he raises again. But again, this guy is the guy that's 62 PFR. Yeah, I mean, he's just playing like any two cards basically. His 4-bet percentage was 66, so I remember this hand now. Yeah, it's Texas Hold'em. No limit Texas Hold'em. Okay, so these guys get out of the way. I mean, I think when this guy has crazy stats, like can't fold a hand like jacks, but I just shoved, I think, because of how crazy this guy was playing, which I think is reasonable. I think I can get called with worse. And it's actually pretty unlikely, you know, it's pretty unlikely that he has queens, kings, or aces. His range for doing this is insane. So I just shoved and he called. And yeah, we lose to the ace-9 offsuit, which he for some reason called an all-in with. So this was the hand, this was like early in the session, and it sort of tilted me a little bit because I've been running badly lately. And then I had this hand, which, you know, like gets the day started running bad again, basically. I came back from it. So yeah, a lot of strong players on Ignition calling an all-in pre-flop with ace-9 offsuit. Well, because we got all-in pre-flop Cormac. All right, now the rest of the hands will probably be more interesting because those, well, for this session, because those were just the all-in. Those were the, you know, pre-flop all-ins. So, okay, looks like I'm under the gun here with Jack-10 suited. Looks like a min open to me. I've noticed this is another Ignition table, and a lot of them, I was getting multi-way pots and, you know, a lot of limping, flat calling, fishy stuff. So I really like it might be a little loose to play this under the gun 9-handed, but I mean, probably not. But even if it were, just because of how many multi-way pots I had seen, this definitely want to be involved with this hand. And okay, so we immediately get a caller, and the button raises. I mean, in theory, I think I should fold. Like, if this player is a good player, which his stats look, you know, reasonable, and he knows that my UTG open range is really tight, then it's like his 3-bet range should be extremely, extremely tight. I mean, this is still a good enough hand that maybe I should continue, but out of position, I don't know. I think I should probably fold if I think this player is a good player. The other thing here is that this guy's if I call, this guy's very likely to call, so I'm probably going to get a really good price. So I think a call is reasonable here, and I assume this player isn't actually that good. Yeah, a lot of people play like that. I mean, I don't agree with limping in to do that, but But I might open a little bit wider, just with the assumption that I'm gonna get some people that, you know, I don't get 3-bet that much and people will call, and then I'll still get a good price. But I'll have, you know, a stronger range. Okay, so I did call, and this guy indeed calls. Tim Quandar limps in chest. Dang, got him. Okay, pretty good flop. I mean, it doesn't seem like anybody should really have any part of this. I guess somebody could have ace-5 suited. Ace-6 suited, maybe. But yeah, probably nobody has anything. Okay, I guess this is the small blind. It's not the button, sorry. I got confused with the button being here. Which makes my call even better, because I'm in position against the pre-flop raiser. Or the pre-flop 3-better. Limp in with the semi-slav. There you go. Okay, so he bets, looks like about half pot, a little less than half. We definitely can't fold when we have the flush draw. I guess the question is, should we raise? But I don't think... I mean, with the player to act behind, raising feels a little risky. But I'm not sure I really believe that this guy actually has anything. But, I mean, he does have an uncapped range, though, so he could potentially have, you know, the pocket pairs. I mean, 3-betting from the small blind against an under-the-gun open, if he has pocket pairs, it should probably be jacks or better. Obviously, I block one of the jacks. I mean, against kings, queens, aces, I have tremendous equity. Not tremendous, but, you know, I have equity. So, I think a call is correct. And this guy raises, which is a bit of a surprise. It's a really small raise, like barely more than minimum. This guy calls, which... Yeah, I mean... Normally I would say that would cap his range somewhat, but I mean, I guess this player could have a 5. So small blind maybe could still have queens, kings, aces, and is just nervous that this guy actually has a 5. So doesn't want to like 3-bet or go too crazy. Yeah, it seems like a great spot for a call. Like, we have a lot of equity and we can just realize it. Okay, and then an ace on the turn. Doesn't really change much for us. Well, I mean, it could. Like, if someone actually had ace-5 suited, like, now we're just drawing dead, which sucks. This guy checks. I check, reasonable. This guy bets really small, like quarter pot. I don't know if it's right, but in this position after the flop, if it's just us two, then I would raise. Yeah, no, I think that's reasonable. But I do think the player behind makes it trickier. But yeah, I would agree that it would be a pretty reasonable spot for a raise, especially because very often this could just be like on this board, it'd be pretty easy for him to not really have much. You know, he just has like too broad. But well, but again, the thing is, this guy 3-bet and under the gun open. So in theory, his range should be very, very, very strong. But again, at these stakes, and I don't know that these players are actually, you know, thinking that way. Okay, so yeah, this guy bets like tiny quarter pot. This guy calls. I mean, we're just getting an amazing price. I mean, unless one of these guys has ace-5, ace-6, or I'm sorry, ace-5 or 5-6 or pocket sixes, then we're just getting the right price to call. We're getting a great price to call. Better than the right price. Or okay, pocket aces, I guess this guy could have pocket aces. But I really doubt it. Okay, so we call. Then we don't get there. Darn. So it looks like a give up now. Check. Check. All in. Too bad. I would like to know what these guys were messing around with. But I think the hand was reasonable as played. Unfortunately, it ended up costing me, you know, it was a big hand that just didn't really go anywhere for me. That happens. But, you know, if a club had rolled off here... Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't want it. Maybe this guy actually had a boat, and maybe I saved money on a club not rolling. Who knows? All right. We're only looking at hands that I lose, apparently. All right, another good... That's true. I could have made dozens of dollars. Or I could have lost dozens of dollars. All right, so another good starting hand. That's UTG +1. Okay, this is actually on ACR, so the players are a lot better. Small blind limps. This guy doesn't look too good. His stats look... All right, so... As usual, when you have kings, there's an ace on the flop. But yeah, this board should be really good for, you know, an early position raiser. So, I check. I think I should actually bet. I don't think check is correct, because this board's just so good for me. And this guy in the big blind. Wait, is he in big blinds? He's in the small... Oh, because this seat's empty. Okay. So yeah, he's in the small blind. I mean, still... This board's just... I mean, I'm just crushing his range here. I mean, he could turn up with an ace, but I think I should c-bet this. I don't think check is... I don't know why I checked. Okay, and then he bets half pot. You could probably make a case for raising, but... What worse hands are we trying to get to call? We're trying to get a queen to call? I mean, he's more likely to have an ace than a queen. So, call seems right. Another brick. He bets again. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tough... I don't know. I think if I had just bet the flop, that I probably could have saved myself on the river here, because if I bet the flop, he calls... I don't know. I probably end up just paying him off on the river anyway. Well, I'm showing you the big hands, and the big hands tend to, you know, have good starting hands. I mean, I think I have to call this. Well, I don't know. It's a pot-sized bet. I mean, I think just because this guy has fishy stats, and because I checked on the flop, like, a lot of times if you show weakness on the flop, they'll just assume that you don't have anything, and they'll go balls to the wall, even if they don't have anything. I think that's how I justified this call to myself. And betting pot is like, what like thick value should he even have here? Like ace 8, ace 6, something like that. Some set somehow that he decided not to raise, or... Well, he never had an opportunity to raise post. I don't know. I think with the fishy stats, you just have to call and pray. But you think he'd fold it a week? Well, he probably should in theory. But yeah, I should have bet the flop. And yeah, I called, and yeah, ace 5. That's where I get tilted in I'm at the point where, like, I don't mind if I lose a hand. I've played enough that, like, I know that's gonna happen. But I hate losing hands to guys who are just playing garbage and they get away with it, you know, like, but it's just part of it, you know. Maybe I shouldn't pay him off on the river, I'm not sure. All right, king queen offsuit. UTG +1 again. Open. Holds around to the big blind who calls. All right, great flop. Top pair, second kicker, backdoor clubs, or spades, whatever these are called. This guy leads out. I don't know what the lead's supposed to mean. I mean, what hand should he lead? Like, I don't even know. I don't know much about donk betting like this. I tend to think that it's sort of middle. It's mostly like mid-strength hands that just don't want to have to like call off, you know, 3 streets. But it's not a continuation bet because I was the pre-flop aggressor. I think raise is probably pretty reasonable because I think the hands that they do this with are either some middle strength hands or like a draw. We beat both of those, so raise actually makes sense. I think I just called, but I think that you're right that I should raise. Okay, well 10-9 got there, but I don't know that we, you know, 10-9, kind of a weird hand to do that with, but I don't know, it's a weird line for him to take anyway. He bets again, but he, like, so the bet on the flop was 78 cents, which was about a little over a third of the pot. And he does okay, it's about sort of the same kind of thing here, a little over a third of the pot, but not quite half. Call again. You could probably again make, I mean, the thing that sucks is that he could have queen jack, and queen jack I also lose to now. But I don't think you're really giving like I don't think he's doing this with like 2 clubs. So I don't think that there's more straights and flushes that can get there. I think it's the same amount. Like, I don't think he's doing it with clubs. I don't think he's doing it with like king 10 or something. So I'm gonna argue that raise would be worse now than it was on the flop because we lose to queen jack, which maybe is a hand that he would do this with. Clubs get there, but I wasn't scared of clubs. He bets like smallish again. I mean, I think it's a call. I think all the draws missed, and I have to assume that he did this with a draw. And he's betting like tiny, like I definitely can't fold to that. So I call, and yeah, he had queen jack. So I was a little biased in my review there, but I was thinking about queen jack during the hand. So yeah, which I guess, I mean, like, that is one of those mid-strength hands that, like, I guess it makes sense for him to do some donk betting with, but I don't know much about donk betting. Yeah, this was another one of those hands early-ish in the session where I just got a little tilted because it seemed like things weren't going my way. Yeah, I agree. He would call the raise and then he would hit the jack anyway. Okay, so those were the 5 biggest hands of the first session, and they were all losses. So let's look at a hand from the first session that I actually won. Jacks don't always lose. I'm in the cutoff. A limper in the hijack. Raise, obviously. Button calls, small blind calls. Hijack completes. Pretty innocent looking flop. I mean, I get, like, you know, these guys are flat. Like, yeah, somebody could have an 8. But I think c-bet definitely should c-bet here. I guess the debate is about size. When it's multi-way, I don't really like to go over half pot. But, I mean, there are some overcards to the jacks that I would really like to get to fold here. I think half pot's probably about right. Okay, I went about half pot. One fold, one call. Fold, okay. Okay, so there's one of those scary over cards. I mean, realistically though, should small blind have that many kings? Like, what's he actually floating on the flop with that has a king? Like, if he's just floating, then, like, it should mostly be ace highs, and he doesn't have ace king because he would have raised pre-flop. King queen would probably also raise pre-flop, and I don't think would float. And then I block king jack, like, pretty heavily. So I don't think he really can show up with a king here. He could have ace, like some weak ace. Or he could have an 8 that he's slow playing. Or he could have some pocket pair. I'm sort of indifferent here between a bet and a check. I think I like check more. Yeah, I was maybe going to mention that he does have about 4 starting stacks, so it's possible he's a stronger player than the average person in this pool, but his stats don't really back that up. I think I should check here, but I actually don't remember what I did. I did check. I mean, I think the reason I like check is, like, I think a lot of the pocket pairs would probably fold to the second bet after the king rolls off, and those are the hands that we want to get value from. A lot of the ace highs will probably all, you know, should also fold. And then there are the 8s that we have to watch out for. But I think some of those hands, the pocket pairs, the ace highs, might want to bluff the river. So I think you get more value by just letting those hands bluff the river and bluff catching. The river's a 6, which doesn't seem to matter. He checks. I mean, now we probably should bet and just hope that we get called by, like, pocket 7s or something. I don't think there's any way we're beat here, so I think we have to bet and just hope that he convinces himself to make some kind of hero call. Okay, I checked it back. Ah, he had 10s. That's exactly what yeah. Should have bet, because the 10s might have paid. I think the 10s would have paid. See, I think missed a bet on the river there. I think in the hand, it didn't really occur to me that this king is not a scary card. I do remember thinking, like, what worse hands would actually call me. I do remember thinking, like, 10s, that's one of the hands that probably would have called me. But yeah, I think I just got a little too scared by this king. But he can't really have that much of a king. Okay, let's move on to the second session. You thought he had an 8, Cormac? He probably would have been more aggressive with an 8 at some point. All right, 9-10 suited on the button. UTG raise. Folds around to me. Usually I would just fold this. But I think the player has some fishy stats. I tagged him as fishy. So I think I just wanted to be involved with a pretty reasonable hand. You could even argue for raising it. I don't know if I raised or if I called. I just called. I think both are fine. I mean, really in this rake structure, call is probably bad, but just being involved with a weaker player with a reasonable starting hand is good. Okay, and it's another beautiful flop. He checks. I think a check's pretty reasonable. This range shouldn't, this flop shouldn't really hit either one of us that hard. The deuce and the 5 are stupid cards. I think check's pretty reasonable. I mean, I think bet is probably okay too. He's not really gonna ever fold, I don't think, to a bet. So the bet, the only purpose of the bet is to build the pot in case we make the flush or to try to bluff him on a later street. But you are reopening action. So probably check is better because if I bet and the guy has pocket jacks or, okay, I mean, I don't want to put him on one hand, but like the guy has some hands that he could check raise with that would just blow me off my equity. So check seems right. I bet, whatever. And then, yeah, we get check raise, but it's like a little min check raise. Like that's an obvious call. I can't fold to that size. But I should be aware, like, he's, you know, representing some strength. Get the flush on the turn, but we do have to be a little worried about that we could be over flushed here. There's not many combos. He could have ace king, ace queen of clubs. Some of the weaker suited aces, I'm not sure if he would play from under the gun, but maybe. He checks. Yeah, I think we have to bet here. I mean, I think we can't be scared of ace queen, ace king. Can't be scared of like 2 combos stuff he could have. Would he check raise those hands on the flop also? Probably not. He probably would just call. I don't know. Maybe he would check raise. Okay, I think it should be a bet here. Yeah, I bet big. 2/3. Seems right. He calls. I mean, we still have to be a little worried about him having a bigger flush. River's a brick. Checks again. I mean, yeah, I think we just have to go for it. There's only about a pot size bet left. I think we just have to go for it. I mean, yeah, there's like a handful of ace high flush combos that he could have. King queen of clubs he could also have. But there's also like pocket jacks that might just call off here, which is 3 combos there. Maybe ace jack gets curious. Queens, kings, aces, like he probably shouldn't call those hands off, but he might. So I think it should just be a shove here. And I basically hope that he has pocket jacks. Shove. He calls. And we don't get a reveal. But I won, so. I mean, I don't think the jack shouldn't go all in once the 3rd club rolls off. Well, because I was the last aggressor. So when he, like, the way it works in like a real game, like if you're playing at a casino, whoever made the last aggressive action, like since he called my all in, I would show my cards. And then he doesn't have to show his cards. If he wants to claim that he won the pot, he has to show his cards. But if his hand doesn't beat mine, then usually people will just muck. Right, because he doesn't want to... And online, yeah, he doesn't want to give away. Well, although it doesn't really matter here because this is an anonymous site. Yeah, it's bad for the viewer. I should have told him that. I might show this hand on stream. All right, 6-handed here because of some empty seats. Jack 10 suited again in the big blind. Early position raise. From this guy that I have marked as a solid reg. Folds around to me. Yeah, we got to continue. Top pair, bad kicker. Pretty good board for a big blind though. Not as good for, you know, this guy's effectively in the hijack. Back, he bets. Yeah, I mean, could probably raise here. I guess I'm a little worried that raise is overplay, but I mean, I do think it's a good board for me. And I have I have a pretty good hand, but a hand that needs some protection. But I am worried that it's overplay a little bit. So I don't know, maybe call or raise is both fine. I just called, it looks like. Okay, we pick up diamonds on the turn, which is great. Back to him. He overbets this time. The overbet is kind of interesting. Because, I mean, that would indicate that he has, you know, a very strong hand or like a draw. I don't think we can fold when we have a diamond draw, though. So call. And another 10 on the river. Which may not actually change that much. I mean, it gives him fewer value combos. That's, you know, a few fewer combos of 10-9 that he could have. Can't have pocket 10s anymore. That was only one combo anyway. Yeah, I mean, like ace 10, some, you know. But I mean, if he had like pocket 9s or pocket 6s or something that he took this overbet line with, then the 10 doesn't actually change anything. Okay, and I made a block bet, which I don't think is, I don't know that that's really right. I've been trying to work that into my game. It would make a little more sense to do it if he hadn't bet on the previous street. And he called it. I don't know, I feel like we're just asking to get shoved on here. And there shouldn't really be that many like draws and stuff that missed for him. I don't know that I like this. So a block bet is when you're out of position on the river like this, and you make like a sort of a small-ish bet. And basically the part of the idea of it, I'm not really an expert on this by any means, but part of the idea is that like if he wants to bluff at the pot now, it's going to be a lot more expensive for him. Like if I don't make this bet, you know, he can, if I check and the pot's 15 bucks, he has 17. So, you know, he can make a, you know, he can bluff at the pot for like $10 and I might have to fold. I mean, I guess I don't fold with. Okay. Say I had a slightly weaker hand. Say I had like. Say I had like a 9 or something. And then he bluffs $10. Like I probably have to fold. But if I lead, now the pot's $20. He has 17. So he can't really, like the pot odds have changed. So it's getting pricier for him to make some big bluff to try to get me off my hand. He just calls. And yeah, I actually, like this hand made me question my evaluation of this player. Like, I don't know how he shows up here with 9-6. Because he was an early position raiser, and he had 9-6? Like, I was just stunned that that could even be in his range. So I got a little lucky. I hit the river, but I actually had a million outs on the river. Any diamond, any 10, any jack, any 2. They're all outs for me on the river. Yeah, I mean, if he had shoved, that would have put me in a tough spot, but I probably would. I don't know. It's hard to fold trips, but he played the hand very aggressive. So yeah, I think I like, yeah, I don't know. I have to evaluate if this guy is as good as I think he is. He has a pretty big win rate, but it's only over 900 hands. Okay, back to ignition. Ace-10 offsuit in the small blind. Couple limpers. We raise it. You probably could just complete here. Play it, but it's better to raise. Okay, big blind folds. First limper calls and second limper folds. Okay, so we got some dead money in the pot. That's good. Jack 4 deuce 2 diamonds. I got the ace of diamonds. We got actually a lot of backdoors. Backdoor Broadway, backdoor wheel, backdoor diamonds. We have an overcard. Pre-flop betting lead. Villain has a pretty capped range. Seems like a pretty good time to c-bet. Probably could. I mean, I think in theory a small c-bet makes sense, because really he shouldn't have, this shouldn't connect with him that much. So I probably could get a fold for without having to risk too much. But I do feel like these players that play like a million hands, if you hit them with like a small c-bet, they just don't respect that and they continue even when maybe they shouldn't. So maybe a bigger c-bet would actually get the fold that I want. I bet about half pot. Sort of wishy-washy, but okay. He calls. Another diamond comes, so now we've got the nut flush draw. Did pair the board, but you shouldn't really ever have any boats here. So I think we definitely continue now that we've got the big draw. And I bet big, about 3/4 pot. He shoves. Well, I think now we have to fold. So that's unfortunate. Did he really have 2 diamonds? I mean, we have to fold. No way you can justify making this call. So that's sort of an unfortunate spot. What can you do? All right, finally a reasonable hand. I don't remember this hand. Raise. Big blind only calls. Very innocent looking board. I remember this hand now. I don't think this is a mandatory c-bet. I mean, I guess it is. I bet really small, like quarter pot. I mean, the thing is, like, I block a lot of ace highs that could actually call. Well, maybe they shouldn't. I'm hoping he has a queen. I'm hoping he caught some piece of this, but it's hard for, it's such a dry board, it's hard for him to have caught much. Okay, so he calls. An 8 comes, which is not the best. Now we're losing to 8s. Check. I think we gotta bet again, though, and bet more. So yeah, bet 2/3. He calls. Another brick. Another check. Betting. 3/4 pot. Well, then it would be a chop pot. Then everyone loves a chop pot. He calls, and he had 8s. He had an 8. So yeah, this was another annoying hand. I mean, I guess I mean, at no point should he have folded, but he could have gotten more money. Like, if he had raised at some point, I probably don't go away. Yeah. Yeah, if it's a tie, then you just split the pot 50. And I've had that happen many times with aces versus aces. Pocket queens. Raise. Call on the button. Small blind calls, big blind calls. Four ways. Ace, 8, 5. Monotone, we've got the queen of spades. Second nut flush draw. This guy donks out at it. So, I remember in the hand what I was thinking is that I think this is an ace. I think this is an ace that doesn't want to get drawn out on. It doesn't want another spade to come. So if that's the case, then the fact that I have a pair of queens means nothing. I just have a draw at the flush. So I should have about 36% equity, 35%, somewhere in there. There is the player to act behind, and there's really no telling what he had. I mean, he flatted. Yeah. I mean, it's probably pretty unlikely that he has a flush already since the ace is on board. But, I mean, I guess he could have the king, which would be a big problem for me if he has the king of spades. And again, I'm assuming this guy has an ace. And if he has the ace, then he doesn't... If he has an ace, he doesn't have the king of spades because he would have raised pre-flop. So I think it's a call. Button folds. 6 comes on the turn. Doesn't really change anything. He bets again. 3/4 pot. So again, I think we're just drawing at the flush and I guess the 2 queens. That's 11 outs, so I should have almost 25% equity, which would mean that this is not the right price. If my assumptions are correct, then I'm not really getting the right price to draw at this. Now, if I hit a queen, I'm going to make more money on the river. If a spade comes, I don't know if I'm going to make more money. It's possible, but pretty unlikely that I have the best hand right now. The only hands that I would beat would be like if he had king something. He has the king of spades, some offsuit hand, but that's hard for me. So I really can't be ahead right now. So I think I actually should just fold. No, you got to use math. I called, which I think is a small mistake. King comes, check, check. Shows ace jack. So basically I read the hand correctly, but I think this call on the turn is bad. Let's see what happened. Chestina, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Chessers and Christina. Yeah, we're reviewing some poker hands that I played earlier today. Christina could learn something from that. Because she did at one point say that she wanted... But yeah, we already did the chess part of the stream. Now we're reviewing poker hands. Governor of Poker 3. What is that? Yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Christina. Okay, so I'll go back over this hand for the new people. I had pocket queens. Good hand. Wait, what was that? Spinal Tap, thanks for following. How's it going, Tap? Are chess people nerds? Yes. Tap played poker? I believe it. Anyone who's good at chess has played poker, right? And Tap's like really good at chess. At Parks? I've heard of that. Alright, so yeah, pocket queens. I open, button calls, small blind, big blind calls, ace 8-5 monotone. I have the queen. This guy donks at it. So I was explaining that I assume when he does this that he has an ace and he doesn't want to see another spade roll off. I call, which I think is correct. And then here, I think I should fold because I think that I have 11 outs. The 9 spades and the 2 queens. And that gives me like 22, 23% equity. And I don't think that's the right price. I'm only, you know, I'm getting not 3-1. I need like 3-1. So I think I should actually fold here. I don't think I'm ever ahead. And I don't think it's an implied odds situation because I don't think... If a spade comes, I don't think I'm going to make any money. If a queen comes, I will make some more money. So maybe that's enough to justify the call. It's probably close. But we didn't get there. The river goes check, check, and I read the hand correctly. All right. Yeah, the queens got cracked. I've seen that one before because Crab showed me. Or maybe someone, I don't know. It was Crab related. All right, next hand. Do a hand that I won so you guys think I'm good at poker. They got bigger, more menacing. Wow. All right. Ace king suited in the, what is this? Hijack. Early position raise. 3-bet it. Fold, 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 fold. Calls. King 7-3. Life is easy. We have the best hand here always. Check. Probably a small c-bet is in order. Could probably just check also. There's no reason for him to have hit this board. I mean, I guess we're hoping he has king queen and we just get you know, lots of money from him. But it's hard for him to have hit it. So I would either, I'm thinking either c-bet small or just check, but I don't remember what I did. I just checked. You like how I review poker like OTB chess? I mean, that's, you know, I don't really know poker that well, so I'm trying to learn, you know. Well, I didn't play these hands on stream, Jingo, so no sniping is possible unless Time Machine. And Tina can learn, nice. Bruh. All right. So I checked. I think that's reasonable. 6 of hearts. Doesn't change much. I mean, you know, he doesn't have 4 or 5. He could have 2 hearts. He bets. Well, it's either call or raise. I feel like if I raise, he's just gonna fold because it's so hard for him to have anything. I mean, he could have the king. He could have king, queen, king, jack, something. But most likely he just has like nothing. So I think call, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the hearts are like somewhat concerning. Probably raise is more correct, I guess. I called. Probably raise is better. Okay, and then sort of a nothing burger rolls off on the river. Pocket 5s we lose to now. That's about the only concern. Check. We bet for some more value. Probably could go bigger. I only bet about half pot. And he folds. So I don't know. I mean, I think I could have been a little greedier, but I'm not sure that it actually would have mattered. I don't think that villain actually had anything. But probably should have been a little greedy. Okay, let's go to the third session. For the people who are, you know, joining recently, I was explaining how I played 4 hours of poker today, but in 3 different sessions. And we're looking at the biggest hands from each session. So now we're moving on to the final session, which was 2 hours. And this actually has some of the bigger hands, so. Why ban? Who got banned? Oh yeah, I don't know why ban. Maybe Camel has his reason. Didn't seem like it warranted a ban to me, based on just the comments that I saw. All right, Ace King, under the gun raises, 3-bet, fold, flat out of the button for some reason. 4-bet from the small blind, fold. I mean, this is Ignition. These are anonymous tables, so I don't have much data on the players. I tend to not give these players much credit. In position, I think just call and see the flop. I think shove is also reasonable, but I'd rather just see the flop. And then if there's an ace or a king on the flop, then I put all my money in. I have not, Neotris. Okay, so I called. Small blind folds. We get the king on the flop. Life is good. We're basically only losing to aces now. Like, I don't think this guy ever has pocket tens, based on, you know, the players in front of him showed a fair amount of strength. Okay, so he continues for third pot. Easy call. I don't think we want to rock the boat. If we raise, then worse hands are just folding and the pocket aces are still calling us. So call. Heart comes off, but really that shouldn't be that scary since we have the ace. The king is on board. So, I mean, there's really no hand he could have that has 2 hearts. Like, Queen Jack is the only hand you could make an argument for, but he shouldn't really be 4-betting that. So, the fact that it's a heart doesn't really matter. I also don't think he ever really has a 10. So, I would consider this card basically a blank, even though it looks scary. He checks. Now I feel pretty confident that he doesn't have aces. I mean, already I was blocking aces. I mean, if he had aces, he might be scared by the fact that there's 3 hearts. But again, I shouldn't really have any hands with 2 hearts. Like, ace queen would be the only... But even that would be probably a... I mean, I guess maybe I could call it pre-flop. I guess he also, if he has aces, he has to be scared of pocket kings. But it's so few combos. I mean, I think I'm just winning here. You know, blocker. I think here, yeah, the ace of hearts is a good blocker because if I didn't have the ace of hearts, then he could have like ace queen of hearts. I think that would be a little bit. No, he could have ace queen of hearts if I didn't have the ace of hearts. Since I have it, he can't. Okay, so I just jammed here, and I remember the reason I jammed here is I thought that that there are some hands that he has that could call me, that if a 4th heart came on the river, that I would get fewer calls because he would be scared of a flush. And I also thought that it was definitely possible that he also has ace king, and then I'm just free rolling at the flush, which would be great. But I think he actually had pocket queen, which I think he should. I think that the call, I think he shouldn't call. I think he's never ahead with queens there with the king on board, but that's his problem, not mine. Okay, so that was a nice win. Basically won a full stack there. Another big hand. Yeah, calling I think is insane. He basically has to put me on a bluff. Which, what can I really bluff? Ace of hearts, but any hand with an ace is, you know, has a king with it, probably. So, okay, pocket kings. Another early position raise. 3-bet, fold, fold, fold. Flat from the small blind. Fold, flat. So we're 3 ways. We flop the set. Beautiful. None of these guys should have aces because they both just called. 3-bet. So this is just how do we get all of their money? This guy makes it easy by leading out for some reason. And that scares him off, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean... I think I just called because I didn't really see any reason to... I didn't want to give him a reason to fold. I mean, if we call and a diamond comes, then, you know, we're kind of in a tough spot, maybe. Because, like, he could be doing this weird lead with the diamond draw. But even if that happens, we'll have 10 outs to a boat, so... Call. Blank. He bets again. Again, not really worried about the spades, I don't think. Just call again. Yeah, and the board just bricks out. And we're always good here. And he bets small again. Now we have to go for all of it. Raise and calls. Hit ace queen. Yeah, I think pretty good. I mean, could definitely justify having raised at some point. Yeah, 3-4 did get there, but don't think we're running into that too often. All right, it's easy when you flop a set. Now for the difficult hand. Ace Jack, big blind. I remember thinking I played this hand really badly. Okay, I just call, which I think against this early of a raiser, I think that's right. I don't think my hand is strong enough to 3-bet. How's it going, Ruby J? Okay, so we got top pair, but a very draw-heavy board. Oh wait, was it a raid? Sorry, I have raid alerts. Thank you for the raid, Ruby. Sorry, it's not that I have alerts turned off, it's that my alerts don't work for unknown reasons, and I put 0 effort into fixing it. Another raid. Oh, and I need to turn off the redeems for exercises, because I moved my weights into a different room, so I don't even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it. But yeah, so we're reviewing some poker hands that I played earlier. I'm assuming that Ruby was playing Scrabble. Maybe I'll bring the weights back one day. I'm trying to get into better exercise habits. But I don't know, doing it during stream, I don't know that actually makes me want to do it more. Okay, so I just checked to the raiser here, and he continues for about half pot. And I check raised here, and my reasoning was, A, I have a good hand. I have top pair, top kicker. It's a very draw-heavy board, which, I mean, I think it's a pretty good board for a big blind. Just because he raised an early position, which he might not do with, like, Jack 10, Jack 9, 10, 9, but I have these hands. King Queen he definitely has, which is the nuts. 7, 8 he probably doesn't have, but I do have. So I have a lot more strong hands than he has. And my hand is already good, but vulnerable to being outdrawn, considering that, you know, he could have ace queen or something that has a lot of equity. Oh, you were playing the poker roguelike. Interesting. Now, does that involve actual money, or is it just like a game? Okay, so I check raised, and he calls. Turn is a blank. The game call. Okay, so it's poker where you're guaranteed to lose. Nice. Not very high. Yeah. Joe, are you related to Vincent Adultman? Okay, so I checked. I sort of don't know how to handle these spots where I check raise and then I don't know what to do, like when I don't get there. Thanks for following Joe Adultman. I mean, I think in a vacuum check makes sense because like this guy can still have some strong hands. I don't know, it's a weird spot. He bets small, which is pretty interesting. Like, I check raised him and now he's reopening the action here for like no money. I mean, I'm struggling to be objective because I remember the outcome of the hand. So what hands really want to make this bet? Like, it's probably just value because I'm never folding for that size, right? And if he had a draw, then he'd probably just check since I just, you know, I just showed a lot of aggression on the flop. So it's probably just value, but can I fold to this size? I don't know. Again, I'm struggling because I remember the outcome of the hand. I guess I have to call, but I don't know. It makes me feel like I should have. I mean, what's he calling the flop check raise with? He's calling with 2 hearts for sure. He's calling with king, queen. He's calling with sets. Although, honestly, the sets could make an argument for 3-betting. Because the sets have to be kind of worried about being outdrawn, too. So, of those hands, the two hearts don't want to bet here. The sets do want to bet, but probably want to bet bigger. King Queen would sort of make sense. Overpair is also possible, but overpair has to be worried about me having 2-pair. I have streamed Go, but it's been several years since I've done it. I haven't played Go in probably about a year. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the price is good, but the thing is, I'm not really like. What am I drawing to? I'm drawing to a jack. I'm drawing to an ace. The problem is, even if I hit a jack or an ace, I'm dead to a lot of his value hands. King queen, I'm dead to. Sets, I'm dead to. So it's just an icky spot. Like, I don't want to fold to that size of a bet. But I also don't know how I'm ever actually ahead. So, okay, I called it. 2 rolled off. Pairing the board, which shouldn't change much. I mean, it does change the fact that if either side had a set, they don't have to be worried about queen, king, queen anymore. I checked, he bet. I have no idea why I made this call, but I did. I really have no idea what I was thinking. I think he just has to have value here. Now, I do have this player tagged as, like, a pretty aggressive player, which I think probably influenced me a little too much. But yeah, I think it's just a terrible call. I mean, he bet $17 into a $15 pot. So yeah, I think it's just a horrendous call. I think it's really bad. And yeah, he had the set. He had the set of 9. So basically, we were just dead on every street. So yeah, that wasn't the greatest. All right, pocket kings again. Yeah, that was probably the worst play of the session of the day, making that call. That's the kind of stuff that like I think I've mostly worked it out of my game, but obviously it still crops up some. Okay, kings in the big blinds. Folds to the cutoff, who opens. We have a clear 3-bet here. Calls. Queen 10-9, rainbow. So we've got overpair. We've got a gut shot to the jack. Jack king is already a straight, which we block. Jack 8, he shouldn't have. He shouldn't really have any 2-pair here. I guess he could have like maybe 9-10 suited. I don't think queen 10 or queen 9 would continue against that, but maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I continue. Bet big, I think, which is correct. We have a strong hand, and there's a lot that he can have that can call. Calls. Oh, I remember this hand now. Brick. We continue. Big bet again. Calls. And an 8. An 8 of spades, completing backdoor spades. Completing the straight with the jack. And yeah. I mentioned I've been trying to work this block bet thing into my game. And that's what I did. And I think this is just terrible. I think I just have to check. I think I just have to check and fold. Because he has a jack so often here. Like, what is he flatting 2 streets against 2/3 in a 3-bet pot? Like, I mean, what could he be, like, the only other thing he could have, like, maybe ace queen would play like this? I don't know, I think this was such a weird, I really hated this hand. But I think I should just check. It's so annoying. It just really seems like he has a jack all the time here. He raises and ugh. Yeah, the 8 was just a disgusting card. So yeah, I think the river bet was pretty stupid. Okay, this looks like an interesting one. I don't remember it yet. King queen offsuit on the button. We get some limps ahead of us. Definitely gonna open. We get fold, a call. So we're heads up. Against a limp. Oh, this guy also folded. Against a limp caller. Jack 6. Pretty dry. He could definitely have a jack though. Yeah, I'm gonna do a few more hands and then that'll be the stream. Checks. I think bet or check are both fine. No, I have, yeah, I have king. I don't have jacking off. I have queen king off. One. Jacking off would be a better hand here. I'd have trips. All right, I checked. I think I like a check. Either way is probably fine. 10 comes on the turn. Now we're open-ended. Check. So we're open-ended and, you know, we have overcards. When he checks the second time, it's pretty unlikely he has a jack. So he probably just has nothing here. Or he could have hit the 10, which we have a lot of equity against. So yeah, I think a bet is pretty good here. We're probably ahead of a lot of his range, but we still get folds from a lot of hands that have equity. So, bet. Raise, which is concerning. Yeah. So do we really think the guy has a jack? He could also maybe do this with a 10. I don't know. It feels kind of stupid for him to do it with a 10. But there's also, you know, 2 flush draws out there. I'm a little surprised I called this. I'm not sure that it's a terrible call. But, you know, I don't really have much here. But I called it. And we got the queen on the river. So we beat any of his 10s. If he was slow playing a jack, we're still dead. He can't really have ace king, 8-9, anything like that. He bets again, though. I mean, it could be bricked out hearts. It could be bricked out diamonds. It could be a 10 that is just not a believer. I don't know. The 10 would probably check. I don't know. I'm a little surprised that I call. Like, now I'm thinking about it, I feel like I shouldn't call this, but I did call and I was right. Oh yeah, so he had the flush draw and then we just had the better queen. I mean, obviously he shouldn't be in the hand with queen 3, but that's sort of a weird one. I'm not really sure that my call is good. But it worked, so. Yeah, weird hand. Pocket 7s. How's it going, Joe? This is actually a review of hands that already happened. But thank you. Okay. Pocket 7s in the small blind. Limp. Under the gun. Raise. Flat. Yeah, I just flat here because, you know, if I hit my set, I don't mind multi-way here. If I hit my set, I'm more likely to get a big pot. And I figured under the gun's likely to just flat since he limped in previously. And then small blind, you know, unlikely that we're gonna get a 3-bet there, but it could happen. Big blind flats, under the gun flats. So 5 ways. We do hit the set, so now this is basically the nuts. Nobody here should have pocket jacks or pocket kings. Basically, I'm sorry, this guy could have pocket kings or pocket jacks. This is the only uncapped range since he was the pre-flop aggressor. So I check. No need to get crazy here. I'm pretty likely to face a bet from somebody, and then I can go for a raise. Yeah, it's really fun when you hit your set. These guys check. No, Camel. This is not trip 7s. This is a set. Those are different, okay? Learn your terminology. All right, so the important thing in this hand is that this guy checks. Because this is the only guy that could have pocket kings or pocket jacks. And I don't think that those hands would check here because there are draws. There are flush draws and straight draws. And I think those hands would want to go ahead and get money into the pot, clean up the equity, etc. Yeah, so a set is when you have a pocket pair and then you hit it, you know, somewhere. Trips is when, like, there's 2 on board and you only have 1 in your hand. No, it's 3 of a kind. But they're both 3 of a kind. But a set's better. Right, yeah. Sets are more disguised. And I guess both can make boats at the same frequency. I guess they both have the same amount of boat outs, but sets are better. You make money from sets. Trips, everybody can see that coming. All right. So yeah, this guy checks. That was the only player I was worried about possibly having me beat. This guy bets. I mean, I guess I should raise, but I sort of don't hate a call and see if I can get more players to come along. I mean, there are, you know, there's a lot of draws that could exist. Any two Broadway cards are a draw. Any two clubs obviously are a draw. 10-9, 10-8, 9-8. Which these hands could exist. Nah, no one can have a set but me. I don't believe it. So I think I probably should raise just because of the preponderance of draws. I did raise, okay. Good. Maybe I don't have to raise that big. That's more than 3x. Okay, we get, yeah, I mean, we get a call out of this guy, which is like incredible. Because we know we're beating that guy. I mean, basically have the nuts here. And then this guy folds. So I didn't even get the guy that I wanted, but... Yeah, I don't think there's a different word for quads where you have 2 in your hand and quads where there's 3 on the board and you have 1 in your hand. I've never heard a different terminology for that. But yeah, most people would just call it quads. You could call it 4 of a kind if you wanted. Okay. Queen is not really the card that we wanted to see. Unfortunately, like, almost any turn is going to bring in some draw or another. This brings in ace 10, 10-9. Pretty small part of his range, and we have 10 outs against those hands. So yeah, we should just keep betting. And yeah, just went for all of it here. So basically a pot-sized bet, which puts him all in, which I think is correct because he could be on two clubs. He could have a 10 and he could have king 10, jack 10, queen 10, you know, some hands that has a lot of equity that we just want to get him off of. And again, if we are beat, we've still got 10 outs. So he just folds. I think that's correct as played. I'm trying to decide if there's any worse hands that would actually call me here. I mean, I guess some of those hands I rattled off, like king 10. If he somehow showed up with king queen or king jack or something, maybe those would... Okay. I think pretty standard hand. Alright, let's do 2 more. Queen jack offsuit. Not so good. But it folds around, so open it. We get a call out of the small blind and the big blind. King 8-7 all hearts. We've got the second nut flush draw. This guy donks, so we've had a lot of donking going on. Call. Well, I think this is just a call. I don't want to get crazy here. I should have pretty good equity unless someone's holding the ace of hearts. Again, I think this player probably does not have a heart. He probably has a king or like 8-7, a set somehow. And he doesn't want to see a heart roll off. This guy could definitely have a heart. I'm more worried about the ace of hearts being here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I still have to call because this guy, I mean, if he had 2 hearts already, he would probably, like, if he had weak hearts, if he had, you know, 6-5 of hearts, he probably should raise because he doesn't want another heart to roll off and get counterfeited. So he probably doesn't have a small, so honestly, I think this guy having the ace of hearts is a pretty valid concern, but he could also just have a king or, you know, one of those other hands. So I guess I have to call, but I'm a little worried about big blind having the ace of hearts. All right, so we get our 4th heart. I mean, we have the second nut, so we can't really be too scared. Check, which, yeah, seems to confirm that this guy, you know, his donk was not him. I guess he could have had one of those weaker flushes. It still seems like overplay for him to donk at that, though. This guy bets, which I think is a little scary, like I said. But, yeah, I mean, we have the second nuts. We can't really be folding. Call. He calls also. Which I guess puts this guy in the territory of having a weak flush. Really not so sure that he should even call with a weak. river doesn't really matter. Check. This guy bets small. You know, you would think if he had the ace, he would be betting a lot bigger, but it might be a little too thin to go for more value here. This guy can't really hurt us. Even if he has the ace, he can only raise, you know, he can only basically min raise. I think a call is probably right though, because if I raise and then he ends up shoving, I'm kind of like, you know, is this guy trapping with the ace of hearts? I feel like it's a little too thin to go for a value raise. We get a call from both, or from this guy too. Yeah. So this guy did actually just flop the flush. This guy's play makes absolutely no fucking sense. Like, that's horrible. Wow. I didn't even realize... I guess I didn't notice the showdown, or if I did, like, during the session, if I noticed the showdown, I just, like, moved on really quickly. Because I should tag this guy as suspicious character. That's a pretty awful... Yeah. Like, there's just no way he's ever winning with the 5 there. So I think the only thing I could have done differently is... I don't think I ever put this guy on a flopped flush. But I mean, I also think... Okay, to give the guy a little bit of credit... When he's this short, you know, he's probably willing to just take the risk that he's gonna get overflushed here. So actually, I guess his play does make some sense. Yeah, and then he slowed down when the heart came out. This guy betting is so insane when he has the 5 only. And then betting again on the river. Like, come on, dude. That's really, really bad. Just burning money. Okay. Last hand. Pocket queens. I'm trying to remember this hand. Okay, we're under the gun. Open, obviously. We get 3-bet. Now, in theory, I'm not even sure that I should 4-bet this, because my opening range should be really, really, really tight under the gun. His 3-bet range should be really, really, really tight. And I actually think this hand is not strong enough, in theory, to be a 4-bet. But this guy's VPIP is 45. So he's probably way wider on his 3-bet than he should be. So 4-bet, I think, makes sense. Poker theory, yeah, exactly. So I 4-bet it because I just assume I'm ahead of this guy more often than not. Although he actually isn't. I mean, again, this is, I only have 47 hands because it's an anonymous table. But I guess this was the only hand that I had on him where he 3-bet. So I could infer that he actually has a stronger, but I mean, it's a small sample. Maybe I should just stick with the theoretical call. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and then he 5-bets it, which should probably be a sign that he's got aces, kings, or ace-king. Like, that's pretty much it at this point. But he actually gave me a really good price. Which is why I called. Which I think is actually correct. And the flop has a king on it, so now we lose to his entire range. So I check, checks. I'm basically never putting more money into this pot. If it somehow checks through, then, and he shows up with nothing, then I win, but I'm never putting more money into the pot. Then he bets small on the turn and I fold. So I think that hand was basically played correctly, except for pre-flop, I probably could just flat the 3-bet rather than 4. But you never know with these fishy tables. Okay, I'm tired. And that was also the last like hand that was $10 or more. So I think that seems like a decent enough place to end it. So let's see who we can raid. Thank you guys for sticking with the poker portion of the stream. Those of you who did. Who be streaming? Man, it's kind of barren out there. Let's keep the chess category. Could raid some poker guy. I don't really know too many poker. Wait, am I still in the chess category? Is it showing me? I thought I changed it. It was supposed to have been changed. I don't know. Yeah, we can raid Mark. Nothing wrong with that. I am still in the chess category. I told it to change. It's not my fault. I'm innocent. And I'm tired. All right, thanks again for being here. Thanks Eat Chips for the sub. Thanks to Ruby for the raid and Christina for the raid. Show more hands, but I'm tired. I think I will try to make this a relatively regular thing where I show a few hands at the end of chess streams. Gives me, because I don't really like I watch poker videos and stuff on YouTube, but it's hard for me to do like actual study, so this kind of forces me to think through stuff, you know. And sometimes there might be good poker players in the chat that can like tell me to do stuff. All right, did I forget to thank anybody? We got the raid from Ruby, the raid from Christina, the sub from Eat Chips. I think that was it. So yeah, I do think this will be my normal stream time for the foreseeable future. Start around like 10 or 11 Central. Do chess for a while, do some poker hands. But I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow or not. Mondays and Tuesdays are kind of busy for me, so we'll see. Anyway, see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.